This is a Heart and Hand production.
Hello everyone, my name's David Edgar, I'm the host of Heart and Hand, the Rangers podcast, and I'm joining you tonight from a quieter Ibrox than it was an hour or so ago, as the Russell Martin regime, which has had a bit of a soft launch up to this point, really came to life, I think, for the first time. This was the best performance by Rangers this season, although the results against Panathinaikos were good. Tonight we saw a far more complete performance from the side. Wasn't perfect, still things to work on obviously, but I think tonight was the first that as a support we saw what it's supposed to look like and what we're working towards. The manager was very unhappy, as we know, with the performance at the weekend against Motherwell, and rightly so, and he talked about making changes and he wasn't scared to do it. He made bold and ballsy calls tonight. He dropped James Tavernier, he dropped Nico Raskan, the captain, and I think by common consent our best player last season. He dropped Kieran Dowell and he dropped Danilo, which I think might have been a bit easier calls because they've been poor, but into the side Jeffy came in at left back with Aaron switching to right back, and Oliver Antman came in for his debut despite only signing yesterday. He couldn't have been that bothered about his IKEA furniture not being built yet. He came on and rewarded the manager with a great display. I think pretty much everybody did, and I want to just pick out a few of the players tonight who were excellent. I thought John Souttar, who captained the side, was excellent. I thought you saw tonight him and Nasser Giga again excellent. Come on Wolves, just gaze them. They were both terrific together. The midfield three functioned really well with Lyle Cameron, who came in and started. He was terrific. He just does simple things really well. Great energy, great movement, and just knits things together. And he worked well with Rothwell in the centre of the park. And then the front three of Antman, Gassama and Cyril Dessers was terrific, and I have to give Cyril Dessers praise because he played as a pivot, and it wasn't just the work he did or the runs he made, but he held the ball up, he played it for the two wide men, and it is so great for Rangers to have two dangerous, pacey wide men. It's been a long time since we were able to say that, but we saw it tonight. Rangers took the lead in the first half, a great goal, a nice move down the Rangers left-hand side. Gassama cut in, played a 1-2 with Dessers, lovely ball from Cyril. Still had a bit to do, Gassama, but great shot selection and put it away, and Rangers were one up. And we didn't concede anywhere near the amount of shots in goal tonight that we've been conceding the last few games. It was much better in that regard, with the midfield functioning well. And we put together some good moves. Antman denied a goal on his debut with a great goal line clearance from the Czech side, but he was involved in the second when, again, lovely move between him and Gassama. He found himself over on the left-hand side. Lovely move. He goes into the box, dummies round his man, and is taken down. The referee awarded a penalty. Might have been a bit on the soft side, but we will take that. That's what happens when you commit people in the box. But pressure on Cyril Dessers because their goalkeeper is 6'9". He was enormous and he looked enormous in the goal frame, but Cyril didn't let it bother him, just rolled it in, and Rangers were 2-0 up. And at the start of the second half, just 7 minutes into it, it was 3. This was a wonderful goal. Max Aarons put a brilliant over-the-top ball for Oliver Antman to run onto. He looked up and he picked out his wing compadre with a lovely chip ball across, and there was Gassama to head home for his 4th goal already for Rangers in European competition. What a signing he's proving to be. There were a lot of good things tonight for this Rangers team. Antman and Aarons looked as though they were forming an understanding really early, which was great to see. The midfield looked as though it was functioning a bit better, and as I say, I was really impressed with the centre-backs. I just enjoyed it tonight. There are still things to work on. The manager said afterwards that he felt in the last 15 minutes or so the intensity dropped and we played too much in our own half. That's fine, because we understand it's not going to be perfect yet, but tonight I thought was the first where we thought, yeah, there's something for us to hold on to as a support. And I should also point out the conditions tonight were not good at all. As you know, if you've been in Scotland, it's very stormy and very windy, and the wind was causing havoc, but Rangers just played football and didn't let it bother them. 3-0 puts us in a great position, not done yet, but puts us in a great position to go over there next week and get through to the 4th round and get the extra money, and then of course a shot at the Champions League proper. But more importantly, I think tonight was the manager showed that reputation no longer will play a part in team selection. The manager showed he'll make big calls, and tonight I, for the first time in a few years, felt that it was looking like a Rangers team that could be something more in the next year or so, and that, I think, is a big thing. So a hopeful night at Ibrox, as well as a very, very fun one. Thank you very much for joining me. You can hear more from me on our Patreon, which is patreon.com/hearthand, and I'll be back here on Saturday when hopefully the wind will have died down a little bit. Until then, take care. Bye bye.